A week of reflection for Coventry Sphinx ends with a sizable mountain to climb as the Sky Blue and Whites hit the road once again to take on playoff chasing Blue and Whites of Worcester City. Just a few short weeks ago, the Sphinx were in a comfortable mid-table position, looking forward to a third straight year of Step 4 football, but comfort is at a premium at the moment as we enter the final 8 games of the Northern Premier League season with a run of 6 winless outings, reducing the Sphinx's drop zone buffer to 8 points. While there's still work to do to assure the visitors' league status, Worcester have their sights firmly fixated on a second consecutive promotion. 3 points today would take the faithful one step closer to beginning life at Six Ways as a Step 3 club. Let battle commence at Claines Lane with extended coverage of Worcester City versus Coventry Sphinx, sponsored by Cahill Contractors and commentary, as always, from Liam Cook. The shock departure of defender Kyle Burke did little to lift the mood of the Sphinx camp this week, leading into today's meeting with a former Worcester City centre-back offers respite for the Sky Blue and Whites. Fortune Mafosa makes his Sphinx debut and a long-awaited comeback after recovering from an ACL injury suffered in summer of 2023. Charlie Woods gave Coventry a fright on Thursday night as he went down with a knee injury in training, a late fitness test proving the keeper's readiness to play, with understudy Duncan Vandentop primed to step in if needed. The two Joes returned to the 11, Blowers in central midfield and Percy at right back in place of Nicholson and Downs. Alex Locke is primed to make an impact from the bench. Worcester's playoff position seems secure as we enter the season's final hurdle, but an off day at fellow promotion hopefuls Anstey last time out will light a fire under the home side. Manager Chris Corns recalls 4 members of the bench that afternoon in Leicestershire to the starting 11, with the regular Blue and Whites front line rested. Sopu Obieri gets his chance leading the City strike force, supported by Liam Lockett and Taylor Townsend, while Jordan Lim pushes further upfield, allowing Logan Stoddart to fill in at right back. Hart, Belmont, Hartley and Gwynnon make up the subs list alongside Prince Henry. The referee at Claines Lane is Owen Morton. Well, thanks for joining us for what is set to be a tough afternoon for Coventry Sphinx. Worcester City, the firm favourites heading into this afternoon's match. 4th place in the pitching in Northern Premier League. Midlands and Coventry Sphinx, as we said, on a run of 6 without victory. They'll be kicking from left to right up the gradients here at Claines Lane. Nowhere near as bad as the hill that Worcester used to play on in their days at Bromsgrove Sporting's Victoria ground. That was like climbing Mount Everest if you're on the wrong side of that gradient. But let's get you into the starting lineups, kicking off with our hosts of Worcester City, starting for the faithful this afternoon. Number 1, Daniel Moore. 2, Logan Stoddart. 3, Captain Adam Mace. Number 4, Shay Palmer. 5, Charlie Wise. 6, Hayden Reeves. 7, Liam Lockett. Number 8, Jordan Lim. 9, Sopu Obieri. Number 10, Felix Miles. And number 11, Taylor Townsend. And for Coventry Sphinx, number 1, Charlie Woods. 2, Joe Percy. 3, Finley Shark. 4, Fortune Mafosa. Number 5, Patrick Zito. 6, Jamie Draper. 7, Joe Blowers. 8, the captain, Callum Woodward. Number 9, Harry Wakefield. 10, Kyle Carey. And 11 is Jordan Hayward. On the bench for the Sky Blue and Whites, incidentally in their away strip of red and navy hoops this afternoon. Number 12, Idris Vasani. 14, Harvey Smith. 15, Rowan Nui. 17, Alex Locke. And number 21, the understudy goalkeeper, Duncan Vandentop. Coventry Sphinx with an early free kick, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Callum Woodward launches that one towards the left-hand side of the field. Stoddart gets his head on that one. That one with Kyle Carey looking to get back among the goals this afternoon. Carey whips it in, headed away. Stabbed on by Woodward. Carey gives chase. It's going to be a tall one to get there. Little hand in the back on Stoddart. Referee says nothing doing. Blaster against the back of Stoddart. And Wakefield tried to take the ball back into a shooting position, but the referee is eventually called for a free kick in favour of Worcester City. I can only imagine it was for the initial infringement on Lockett. Worcester City in blue and white squares. This is the first meeting between Coventry Sphinx and Worcester City at Step 4 at Claines Lane. But it will be the last, as we said, Worcester City moving to the immensely impressive Six Ways just down the road. Next season sharing with the Worcester Warriors rugby team. Worcester on the attack for the first time this afternoon, Miles. And an ambitious error by Jordan Lim, smacks off a Sphinx shirt. Passes onto the far side, Townsend tries to shepherd it into touch. It's knocked off Townsend with a little love shot from behind by Finney Sharp. Coventry Sphinx with the throw-in their own backyard. And we'll of course let you know what's going on around the grounds and me pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands and what's going on at the CBS Arena with playoff chasing Coventry City against Sunderland. And well, the name Coventry City stirs up some feelings around Claines Lane, let me tell you. A famous victory over the Sky Blues a few years ago, and yeah, I was there that day. It wasn't a very happy day for Coventry fans. Chance to whip it in for Liam Lockett. Palmer in support. Palmer takes it on. Forced away from the box into the corner. Percy taps it over. Worcester throw. Positive start from Coventry Sphinx, but now Worcester have got a foothold in the game. And when Worcester have won, in the last 4 victories, they've averaged 3 goals. And an immediate offside call there against Lockett from the throw. And Sphinx will have the ball level with their own penalty area, and Charlie Woods is going to take the kick. Now, Woods gave Coventry Sphinx a right scare on Thursday evening as he suffered an apparent knee injury. He thankfully has made it through the wall but is able to compete today, although Duncan van den Top has been asked to join the squad on the bench if needed. And it looks to me as if Fortune Mafosa is actually playing a more of a defensive midfield role. We were expecting it to be 5 at the back as usual, with Ronnie Nicholson out injured, Kyle Burke having left the club and headed to his brother at Sutton Coldfield. It was the expectation that Fortune Mafosa would join Zito and Draper at the back, and Patrick Zito's firing that one into the sky. Taylor Townsend closing in, and he looked like a perfect ball for Harry Wakefield on the halfway line, with the flag raised on this near side by the assistant and taken quickly by Adam Mace. That's left centre back for Worcester. Blues captain. Not back to Mace. The run of Abieri, headed back where it came from by Joe Percy, last season's player of the year for the Sky Blue and Whites. Deflected ball along the right, falls to the feet of Adam Mace. And Wise can calm things down at the back. Townsend. Holds well against Shorrock. Townsend gets it back from Jordan Lim. Look for the ball out wide, but Lockett's the target. And Coventry Sphinx able to intercept with Joe Blows. The attack comes to nothing, however, fired upfield and straight back to Daniel Moore, the Worcester keeper. Makes going long. Cushioned back into the midfield by Sharp, but swept away from Fortune Mafosa by Shea Palmer, and going for a rolling effort across the face of goal. Had Charlie Woods worried. That bounces harmlessly onto the advertising boards. The first effort of the game after exactly 5 minutes. Four Premier League games as well in the professional leagues. Everton versus West Ham, Ipswich at home to Nottingham Forest, Man City taking on Brighton, and Southampton in a relegation dogfight against Wolves. The tame pass back to Charlie Woods, helped on its way by the head of Draper, and Woods able to claim it as Felix Miles looking to help Worcester on their way. Charlie Woods. Wakefield received a couple of hands in the back there from Mace. Referee feels it's not enough. Miles pirouettes away from Mafosa. Abieri back to Miles. Space out wide for Taylor Townsend. Here is the number 11. Tried the 1-2, but the 2 from Shea Palmer deflected out. And Sphinx have the ball in their own backyard. Throw in for the Sky Blue and Whites. Shark in a more conventional left-back position today. No wing-backs for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon. Just header away from the back line, collected by Liam Lockett, and Lockett driving at the Sphinx back line now. It's Lockett trying to steady himself with a shot, forced out wide by Percy. Jockeying for position. Mace arrives on the scene, smacks it straight to the chest of Percy. And Lockett going up against Percy again, squares it, Felix Miles. Avoids Fortune Mafosa. His leg jerked away by Finney Strike. Muted appeals of a penalty. Waved away by Mr. Morton. And now Sphinx are on the attack. Carey looks for the through ball to Wakefield. Harry Wakefield, brilliant slide in from Hayden Reeves. Takes after a throw on this near side. Wakefield would have been through if not for the interventions of the number 6. But Sean Thomas and John Woodward's side will have the throw in at the top of the hill. It's Percy with the Gunnarsson special, as we call it in Coventry. Doesn't quite meet it onto the head of Wakefield. Mace away. Miles more height and distance on that clearance. Woodward keeps it alive. Flicks it towards the edge of the penalty area and once again cleared by Worcester. But again, they can't clear their lines fully. Woodward asking Blowers to chase down the right-hand side. Mace gets there first. Turns and clears. Percy heads it towards Fortune Mafosa. Mafosa flicks it on for Blowers. And Mace was forceful in his approach, getting Blowers off the ball, but not too forceful. Fans in the main stand here at Claines Lane thought that was going to be a free kick to Coventry Sphinx, but the whistle stays silent. Now driving on Liam Lockett. Obieri, back heel to Miles. Fancy footwork, fancy football from Worcester City. Now to have Lockett in from the left-hand side, jockeying with Joe Percy, connected off in the Shark. Definitely a cross towards Obieri, but it's safely into the hands of Charlie Woods. And an early goal, 2 early goals actually, in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. And surprise, surprise, one of them's come from Corn. Corn 1 up already at Hinckley, and Kozel 1 up at home to AFC Rushton and Diamonds. Mafosa. Kyle Carey pirouettes away from Lockett, but takes it into the path of Felix Miles. Lockett straight onto the head of Joe Percy, Kyle Carey, and that will be a free kick. Lockett into the back of Carey around the halfway line, and a disputed free kick from the faithful. And Joe Percy trying to take a few more yards than he probably should. And Callum Woodward has to go a little further back. And yeah, I think Mr. Morton has got that one right. That's exactly where the free kick should be taken. It's Percy to float it into the danger zone. Blows, he's coming all the way. Mace tries to nod it across, and Mace screaming like he'd been shot by a sniper. I didn't see too much contact there, but Blowers looking on in bemusement towards Mr. Morton, asking why the free kick's been given, but it has been given in favour of Worcester City. So Moore plays it out. Palmer, Reeves, now Mace. And an awkward ball, misplaced ball from Mace into the centre circle, collected by Carey. Wakefield. Mafosa playing his first 90 minutes in more than 18 months. Out wide with Jordan Hayward trying to pirouette around Townsend, trailing boot court. The 2 number 11s going head to head, and it's Coventry who have got the decision. And a little tweak of the knee on Hayward, it appears. The referee wants a word with Townsend. Reminder of the Sphinx subs. Only 4 outfield players on the bench, with Ronnie Nicholson recovering from dental surgery. Jack Dowds out with a rib injury. And of course, Kyle Burke leaving the club this week. So on the bench, Idris Rassani, Harvey Smith, Rowan Newey and Alex Locke. So we've had 11 gone at Claines Lane. And it's still 0-0, but Coventry Sphinx are looking lively in Worcestershire. Crosses towards the man mountain in Fortune Mafosa. It ends up on this near side with Blowers. Joe Percy, is path covered off, or is it? Through to Blowers. Off balance, nudged aside by Mace. Miles looks to get the Blues on the right path. Out wide with the veteran, Stoddart. This sliding clearance blocked up by Kyle Carey. Allows Sphinx to track back for the throw-in. In front of the away dugout. Sean Thomas and John Woodward have been split up a couple of times in the last couple of weeks with work commitments for Tomo, but Yeah. Reunited in the dugout. Jordan Lim. Floated over the Sphinx back line and crucially over the Worcester strike force. Charlie Woods with the easiest gather of the game. And Bodmin St Michael's are one up at Sporting Cowser. Cowser still hoping for playoff football this spring. Goal kick from Charlie Woods. Stoddart clears as far as Finley Shorrock. Back heel by Wakefield. Kerry couldn't meet the ball. Reeves beats him to the punch. Swing and a miss by Patrick Zito. Tried to clear the ball, hit his standing leg and into the home dugout for a Worcester throw. Logan Stoddart at right wing back for Worcester. Albieri getting his chance up front, out-muscled from behind by Zito. He would try to escape, and with a bit of help he's done so. Kyle Carey, the space out wide, and Blowers making the run, but it's straight to the feet of Adam Mays. It was a good idea from Carey. He makes his apologies to the new recruit. At the other end, Liam Lockett driving at Percy. Nearly took it out of play. Has to play it down line with Lim. Jordan Lim drinks his way past Carey and skies it. The lunge in by Fortune Raposa may have took his eye off the ball. Early goal in the Premier League. Manchester City 1, Brighton 0. Erling Haaland with an 11th minute penalty. Sphinx in action once again against Grantham Town coming up. That's on Tuesday night, 7:45 kickoff live from the Drive. So get there if you can. A huge match in the story of this season. Woods kick off the head of Wakefield, but only as far as Reeves. It's a long ball game at Claines Lane. Another one from the boot of Joe Percy towards the Sphinx strike force. Haywood beaten mid-air from Stoddart behind. Taunton on the halfway line behind to Stoddart at right wing back. From to Albieri, cushion headed by Albieri, and off the bonce of Captain Callum Woodward to Charlie Woods between the sticks for Coventry Sphinx. $15 gone at Claines Lane in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Worcester City 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. And Jordan Hayward backing into Reeves a little too much there as he tried to knock the ball over the defender to the running Harry Wakefield. That's Mr. Mawson not giving Sphinx much leeway. Daniel Moore in his bright orange goalkeeping strip. Charlie was choosing the turquoise equivalent today. It's Moore sending it into the heart of Sphinx territory. Draper with a crucial header. Palmer picks it up. Shea Palmer for Worcester City. Drives out wide. And Townsend and Hayward going head to head. And it's come off Hayward on the way out. Throw in right in the corner for the home side. Which Stoddart will take responsibilities for. Miles. Starts to play it straight through, but cannons off Hayward again. Another throw in further down line this time, just knocking on the door of the Sphinx penalty area. Stoddart's throw. Miles pulls it back. Now looking to lay it off for Shea Palmer. Couldn't find its way for a crowded Sphinx area. It comes out with Palmer again. He's not going to be denied. Mace drags it wide. Worcester lining up to get a piece of the action, and it was Mace who let fly. Crucially dragging it wide to the right. Claines Lane, one of the busier Northern Premier League grounds. But again, they will be saying goodbye to the home of the Worcestershire FA at the end of the season. Moving to the impressive six ways, I should say. Six fields is a very different thing, believe me. Coventry fans know that. Charlie Woods to the left. Straight off the bonds of the Worcester number 5 in Charlie Wise, throwing on the halfway line to the Sphinx. Shark with a stuttering run-up, but the run-up a little too far for Mr. Morton's liking. And Shark will take the frame virtually in the same spot. This time he's given the go-ahead. Sphinx knocking on the Worcester door. Flicked out wide now with Townsend. After the interception, Stoddart. Back to Moore, he's got to be quick about it with Wakefield looking menacingly, and he is. Mafosa claims it. Reeves nods on. Townsend and Hayward renewing their rivalry. Townsend pulls away from Hayward. Stoddart, quick ball over for Jordan Lim. And Joe Blower steaming in on Reeves, but takes it too close to Moore. But Blowers is in the form for some goal half action. Palmer. Townsend tried to keep it in the confines of play, but just drifts over under the pressure of Finley Shorrock. The Sphinx have it in their own half again. And well, Carl Burke's moved to Sutton Coldfield Town. It's not working out so far as Sutton are 1-0 down at home to Long Eaton. Goal coming from Owen Betts in the 12th minute for the Blues. It's Finley Shorrock. Not too much pressure on Joe Blowers there, stumbling under the hands of Mace, where he says nothing doing. Worcester attempt the counter. Joe Percy slightly overhit that pass, but Wood's able to deal with it. Cleared into the centre circle, Palmer with the header. Over the head of Felix Miles, Percy gives it straight back to Miles. And now Lockett out wide, covered off by Blowers. Mace asking for options. Palmer. To Reeves, covered up by Wakefield. Now Fortune Mafosa. Going long towards Carl Carey, but far too central. Carey making the run down the left wing. It's straight down the line of sight of Moore. Mafosa, a former Worcester City favourites. Has been out for 18 months with an ACL injury. Someone in midfield between Woodward and Miles. Referee waves play on. Wakefield look for Jordan Hayward, turned away by Palmer and out for a throw-in, deflected out. Worcester have looked a little shaky in defence in the last few minutes, but dealing with that one well. So it's a cross with Hayden Reeves. Worcester City centre-back taking his time with this one. Mace, he'll be closed down by Joe Blowers. Return to Reeves and create some separation again. Charlie Wise. Albieri the target. And Patrick Zito getting his bonds on that one. Heads it out on the far side. Coventry Sphinx holding Worcester at bay. It remains scoreless after 20 minutes at Claines Lane. And Stoddart change that with the throw into Lynn. And we'll return to sender here with Hayden Reeves rolling through the centre circle. Mace is out wide. Reeves going through the centre. Lockett. Mace, crossing opportunity for the veteran. It's Mace in towards Albieri. Headed up rather than out by Finley Shorrock. Albieri, has he got a second chance? No, he has in front of Zito. Stoddart caught on the way through by Jordan Hayward, and the referee points to the spot. Worcester have a penalty. Jordan Hayward trying to get the ball clear. No doubt he only had eyes for the ball, but Stoddart steamed through. Hit the ground at the feeling the boot of Jordan Hayward. And after an even contest in the opening 21 minutes, it could well swing in favour of the faithful with this spot kick. Well, Charlie Woods has an excellent record of saving penalties this season. commentator's curse or what? Felix Miles looks to scupper that record. Woods primed and ready. Felix Miles steps up. Bullseye. Woods went the right way, but it was sucked right into the corner. You don't save those. Felix Miles on 22 minutes, handing the advantage to Worcester City. Perfectly placed by the Blues number 10. It may feel harsh on Sphinx after a spirited opening half of this first 45 minutes, but those are the breaks in the Northern Premier League Midlands. Felix Miles' spot kick sends Worcester in front, 1-0. And we're underway again. Coventry Sphinx. With Callum Wood, we're looking to get straight on level terms. Long ball towards Fortune Mafosa, nodded away by Reeves. Here's Liam Lockett. You can feel the breath of Mafosa down its back. And it's away now with the penalty scorer, Miles. Palmer. And creates some separation for Worcester City. Bieri the target with that ball down the right-hand side. Trickle towards Shark, who slid it away. Hayden Reeves. What a run this is by Lim. Still going Jordan Lim. Straight into the side netting. Actually, brushed the side netting on the way through, but it ends up behind the goal. Spirited run by the Worcester number 8, but couldn't get the accuracy. And Kozel have scored a second in their home tie against AFC, Rushton and Diamonds. Usher Shipway and Shaq Leachman putting the Colemen in charge at Pack Meadow. Let's run you through the current scores in the Step 4 division. Kozel 2, Rushton and Diamonds 0, Darlison 0, Rugby 0, Hinkley 0, Corn 1, Loughborough 0, Anstey 0, Lye 0, Shepshed 0, Racing Club Warwick 0, Corby 0. Rugby 0, Grantham 0, as there's a free kick given in favour of Worcester City there. Abieri manhandled the deck. That's 15 yards into Sphinx turf. Swarting Castle 0, Boldmere 1, and Sutton Coldfield 0, Long-Eaton 1. And there's been a goal at the CBS Arena. Coventry City have taken the lead against Sunderland through Haji Wright. Wright's first goal since returning from injury, suffered way back in October. It's Mason Miles standing over this free kick. It is going to be the Worcester skipper. Well, he's going to have to wait as not too much pushing and pulling for Mr. Morton's liking. And Mace will steady himself again. It's Miles who sends it in. Nodded clear by Zito. Back to Felix Miles. Does he fancy a second? He does! Curls it towards the goalkeeper and actually bounced under Charlie Woods. Well, Woods living a charmed life with that effort. And there's been another goal in the Premier League. Southampton 0, Wolves 1. Larson putting the Wolves in front. It's still Everton 0, West Ham 0, and Ipswich 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Reminder that, in fact, there's been another goal at the Etihad, and Brighton have equalised. It's Man City 1, Brighton 1. Esputenham scoring the goal. Charlie Woods plays it off the deck for Coventry Sphinx. Blows meet in mid-air. Percy onto the seconds. Mafosa. Mace checking the flag stayed down, and now Harry Wakefield trying to pull it across. Wakefield swings it off the bar! It looked to me as if Harry Wakefield was looking for the run of Jordan Hayward. He actually caught more well out of position, smacking it off the woodwork. Wakefield hasn't been amongst the goals recently, but it was a lick of paint away from equalising for the Sphinx. At the other end, it's Liam Lockett. Mace. Dinks into the air for Sopu Obieri. Sandwich between Draper and Percy. Percy gets to the end, slides it clear of the feet of Liam Lockett, out for a throw-in on this near side. Well, Worcester gained themselves lucky. Wakefield's effort wasn't just a couple of inches below. A throw from Mace to Felix Miles. Lockett pirouettes in the area. A little nick in from behind by Joe Percy. The muted appeals of a penalty behind the goal, but it trickles out for a goal kick. That touch from Percy taking Lockett off his stride. You see one of the Worcester junior teams going for a walk along the pitch, walking out with the Worcester players before the encounter at Claines Lane. 28 gone, Worcester City lead by 1 goal to 0, but Coventry Sphinx going agonisingly close to restoring parity. Woods away to Fortune Mafosa. Towering header by Reeves, leaves Mafosa in a heap. Percy, headed back where it came from by Wise. Off the bonds of Callum Woodward. Over Obieri and hooked on again by Draper. Neat first touch by Mace onto Obieri. Chest control by the number 9. Backing into the homegrown Sphinx man in Draper. Lockett. Cutting into the path of Obieri. It's forward to Felix Miles. Strong challenge by Fortune Mafosa, but not allowed out of the danger zone now. And Liam Lockett looking to square for 2-0. Pulls it across the face of goal and collected on the other side by Jordan Hayward. Through ball to Carey. As he tried to control, Palmer sweeps in and snatches it from under his nose. Townsend, forced back where he came from by Shark and Jordan Hayward. And off balance, he loses the ball to Shark. Determination on show from Shark, but the pass wide to Blowers, hitting the heel of Adam Mace. Sphinx not getting the rub of the green here. And Lockett catching Charlie Woods out there onto his knees, punching it out. Obieri giving chase in the seconds to keep the move alive, but Worcester will make do with the corner. Worcester are looking more and more of a class act as the first half goes on. And Anstey have taken the lead at Loughborough Students. Loughborough 0, Anstey Nomads 1. Anstey 2-1 victors over Worcester City last time out, and Worcester on course to return to form. Punch up by Woods. And headed goal bound by the number 4 in Shea Palmer, but Finney Shark swiftly deals with that one. Miles tracks back to collect for Worcester. Felix Miles, Obieri, the flag is raised, but Obieri missed the target anyway. If I know the flag stayed down, it looks as if the flag was being raised. Joe Blowers asking where was the flag. But Sopu Obieri, one-on-one with Charlie Woods, had to hit the target, but couldn't keep the effort down. We've had half an hour, and Worcester really should be more than one up. But then again, Coventry Sphinx and count themselves off lucky that they didn't equalise through Wakefield. Here's Fortune Mafosa, Joe Blowers, and nodded out off Blowers, and a right smile by Blowers. He knows he's been done there by Charlie Woods, nodding it out off the former Coventry United captain. Mace with ball in hand. Reeves back to Mace. Over Obieri onto the head of Jamie Draper. Patrick Zito. Onto Mafosa. And Mafosa sending it onto the edge of the penalty area for Harry Wakefield, trying to trick his way in, but Stoddart able to sweep it away from Wakefield. Wise keeping Wakefield at bay long enough for Stoddart to assist. Now it's with Miles. Carl wanted it played through, but the avenue wasn't open. Reeves to Mace. Mace slips, and high boot by Joe Percy stops the ball from reaching Lockett. It bounces into the crowd for so just shy of the crowd there. And it will be a throw-in for Worcester. Reeve flicks it onto his own face. Charlie White for Worcester. Albieri. There's a little love shot from behind by Jamie Draper. Seconds forward to Townsend. Driving at a congested Sphinx backline and couldn't find the route through. Here's Carey. Blowers. Looks from Mafosa, but it's Felix Miles who gets it away and smacks it to the back of Draper, going for a long-range spectacular for the Blues. Handball claims against Blowers. The arm was by the side. Referee says nothing doing. Launches it up towards Wakefield, and Wakefield shoving the defender aside. And Reeves can't get to his feet. Reeves was on spaghetti legs there as he tried to get back to a vertical base to stop Wakefield. Somehow, even on the grass, he was able to get a toe to it and stop Wakefield from getting through. But that's one for the blooper reel for Hayden Reeves. And a more serious action. Townsend, his path into the area, blocks off by Finley Shorrock. Shorrock needs support, pirouettes away from Reeves, and his options out wide. Plays it short behind to Callum Woodward, the captain. Charlie Woods, Albieri urged to press on towards the goalkeeper. It's easily away by Woods. And the flag raised against Joe Blowers as Fortune Mafosa flicked it on to the former Coventry United man. And Reeves going down again. Does someone want to check Hayden Reeves' boots? Does someone douse his boots in clover or something? And it's back to Moore and Mace from the free kick. Albieri, heavy first touch, and it's actually flicked off the arm of Sopu Albieri. Heading up to 10 minutes before half-time. We'll be going off air for around 10 minutes. So get yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold. Get back here for 4 o'clock for the exciting conclusion of this afternoon's pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands tie between Worcester City and Coventry Sphinx. It's still 1-0 to the home side. Oh, good bounce over Wakefield. Wise claims it, nodded on by Reeves. Out on towards Albieri, nodded clear by Patrick Zita, the former Aston Villa youngster. Mafosa battling with Felix Miles, and well, that was a real mismatch in terms of strength, and the referee seeing that free kick in favour of Worcester in the centre circle. Here's Wise. Reeves. Now with Shea Palmer. Also keeping their shape. It's driving on with Charlie Wise. Albieri. Wise wants it played through. Townsend collects. Now Stoddart. Neat little 1-2 with Stoddart, who flicks it out for the corner off Jordan Hayward. Good progress on shot down the right-hand side for the Worcester veteran. Well, with Quorn virtually guaranteed to win the league, Worcester pinning their hopes on the playoffs, looking for a return to glory. They were relegated from the National League North down to the Midland Football League back in 2017. Able to get their first rung on the ladder back last season by winning the Hellenic Football League and reaching the semi-final of the FA VAR. So Worcester are certainly on the right road. It's Mace. Albieri trying to get his head on that one, and the referee's given the free kick in favour of Jamie Draper. Brings to an end a promising Worcester move. So it's Woods. Seems to be coping okay with that injured knee. Van den Top shouldn't be needed from the bench at this stage. Game ahead to use on the far side and eventually headed out by Shorrock for a throw in just into Sphinx territory, which will be taken by Stoddart. And Logan Stoddart tried to be a little too cheeky and taking a couple of yards on the throw in. Owen Morton, the referee, asked him to take the throw in a little further back. Nodded into the ground by Zito. Miles first the seconds, floats it over Finley Shark able to pirouette away from Taylor Townsend. Here's Carey playing a little deeper, lets the ball get away from him into the path of Jordan Lim, and now Lim driving at the Sphinx back line. Little trip from Finley Shark takes the ball with him, and now Carey on the march for Coventry Sphinx up the hill. Tried to beat Salah, but connected with the heel of the right wing back. The throw-in's quickly taken by Carey to Shark. Looking for Wakefield. Charlie Wise cushioned it into touch. No nonsense defending from the Worcester number 5. But Sphinx in a promising position from this throw. And there have not been enough of those positions in the first half for the Sphinx management's liking. The throw-in is taken to Harry Wakefield. Encased in the corner. Got to get it out for Shark. Blasts off the defence to Jordan Hayward. But sandwiched between Wise and Miles. Worcester trying to get away, but it's back with Zito on the halfway line. Patrick Zito's ball floated over to the ex-Worcester man, Fortune Mafosa. And Mafosa shoved out of play by Adam Mace, and a touch on the way through from the former Coventry United youngster. And that will be a throw-in to Worcester City. Throw through to Liam Lockett. Deflected off the sternum of Obieri. Straight to Patrick Zito. Blows quickly closed down by Lynn. Allowing Mace onto it. Mace. Crossfield ball shot. Tried to prevent it from reaching Townsend, but Townsend's not going to take no for an answer. Well, he eventually has to take no for an answer. He runs into the back of the man mounting Patrick Zito. Zito's clearance rolls to the feet of Shea Palmer. Oh, and a little after there as Patrick Zito shoved in the chest by Taylor Townsend on the floor. And the referee immediately calling for a free kick to Coventry Sphinx. And the captain, Adam Mace, is being called over here. Well, it's either going to be a yellow card or a firm ticking off for Taylor Townsend. Well, Taylor Townsend may not be the Messiah, but he is a very naughty boy, but he's not the first name in the book. Shark looking to get Sphinx another opportunity before the break. Just 5 to go until half-time. Mafosa. And Mafosa landing on Felix Miles. That's not going to be a happy landing for the Worcester number 10. Carey curls it in and bounces into the hands of Moore. Sphinx would have wanted to test the Worcester number 1, Daniel Moore, a little more than they have. It certainly left Moore shaking with that effort from Harry Wakefield, smacking off the crossbar. I had to ask him after the game whether that was a cross or a cheeky attempt at a strike. Knowing Harry as I do, he'll probably claim it was a strike. Obieri avoids the slide of Patrick Zito, and now out wide, Lockett has a little pocket of space, drags it across, and Felix Miles, I think it's smacked off the back of Finley Sharrock. Worcester may feel themselves unlucky not to go in more than one up before the break, but there's still time. Felix Miles from scorer to creator. He'll take the corner kick and he'll hope Craft a second goal for Worcester. It's not away at the near post by Sharrock, and on by blowers. Here's Kyle Carey trying to sweep it away from Lockett and does. Patrick Zito thumps it upfield, but no one home for the Sphinx in the Worcester final third. It's straight to the feet of Daniel Moore, and the frustrated Sean Thomas on the Sphinx touchline, thinking about what he's going to say to his sky blue and white squad at half-time. Start out. Jordan Lim. That's with Shea Palmer. Everyone back for Coventry Sphinx. They can ill afford to concede a second before the break, and they're not going to there, as it's a attempted ball to start out, I believe, but Jordan Hayward sticking his laces through that one and sends it into a crowd of Worcester fans between the two dugouts. And Mr. Morton's going to be keeping a watchful eye on start out with this roam. He's actually heading behind this time. And it will be to the feet of Charlie Wise. Adam Mace. Worcester have controlled possession in the last 25 minutes. Miles has got Lockett for company. Miles to Liam Lockett. And Lockett, it's curling, it's dipping, it's not dipping enough. The swaz on that ball had Charlie Woods keeping his eye on that one the whole way through. It's still 1-0 to there's been another goal at the CBS Arena. Coventry City 2, Sunderland 0. A second goal from the penalty spot for Haji Wright. The Sky Blues are looking good. Far cry from that disastrous day in the FA Cup where Worcester were 2-1 victors. It was what was known then as the Rico Arena. 2 goals for Sean Geddes in front of over 2,200 fans. They would then exit the competition in the next round, the second round, an opponent shootout against Scunthorpe after a replay. And yeah, yours truly, a young yours truly, but before I started my commentary career, I was there that day, and let's just say I was crying into my dark fruit. So remember Rayner Johnson, the centre, taking a penalty for Coventry that day. That wasn't an ill-advised decision. Obieri. Lockett, great slide in by Patrick Zito. Appeals of handball, but I think the former Villa youngsters got that one just right. Shorrock can't escape his own half of the field. And now it's with Taylor Townsend. Another slide in by Callum Woodward again. Neat tackle. There's a slide from Jordan Lim taking it out, and added time will be just the 1 minute. 1 minute of added time. I've got another minute of normal time to go as well. So it's a slightly jump in the gun there. Shark launches it along the touchline. Wakefield nods into a more central location. Carey beaten to it by Reeves. Reeves blasting it towards Sopu Obieri. Hey, back where it came from by Zito. Hayward ensures it won't reach the head of Wise, but it will fall for Shea Palmer, and back to Moore. Scooped up and volleyed clear by Daniel Moore. Claiming the header is Zito, looking more confident this afternoon than he has in recent games. And back from that suspension after receiving a red card against Coleshill Town. Missed the rugby encounter. Mace throws at the chest of Joe Percy with that ball along the left touchline, but Percy, aimless ball straight to Wise at centre-back for Worcester. No one up really for Coventry Sphinx, except for Wakefield on the opposite side of the pitch. We are now into added time, of which there will only be 60 seconds. Jordan Lim across the penalty area to Hayden Reeves. Now it's with Mace leading the charge for Worcester. Lockett. Is there one more assault in Coventry Sphinx's future? Lockett driving at Percy. Obieri wants it to the right. Here's Felix Miles, who got Worcester in front from the penalty spot. Mace towards the halfway line again. Rolled across the centre circle by Lim to Wise. Lockett skips past Finley Shorrock. And Lockett going for glory himself as he knows he's going to lay it off for Lim. Lunging by Mafosa, doesn't take player or ball. And Liam Lockett into the guts of Charlie Woods. And that brings the first half action to a close. 1-0 Worcester City. Felix Miles from the penalty spot, putting the Blues on top at the break. I'll say through now the half-time scores from the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands before we leave you for our 10-minute half-time break. At the moment, Worcester are going to be staying where they are. The teams around them seem to be picking up points as it stands. And from what we last saw, Coventry Sphinx will only lose 1 point to the teams below them in Rugby, Bedworth and Grantham. We can finally get the scores up. Here we go. So Coleshill Town 0, AFC Rochester and Diamonds 0, Darlaston 0, Bedworth 0, Hinckley 0, Quorn 1, Loughborough Students 0, Anstey Nomads 1, and there is a big scoreline in the relegation zone. Lytown 1, Shepshed Dynamo 0. Rugby are going to be looking over their shoulders after that victory over the Sphinx last week. Racing Club Warwick 1, Corby 1, Rugby 0, Grantham 0. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on that one in the second half. Swarton Castle 1, Boldmere 1, and Sutton Coldfield 0, Long Eaton 1. In the Premier League, Everton 0, West Ham 0, and there's been a flurry of goals at Portman Road. Ipswich 0, Nottingham Forest 3. Manchester City have taken the lead again at the Etihad. It's now Man City 2, Brighton 1, and it remains Southampton 0, Wolves 2, and at half-time at the Coventry Building Society Arena, it's Coventry City 2, Sunderland 0. We're going to go off there for the next 10 minutes here at Claines Lane, so get yourself back here for 4 o'clock for the second half.
And we're back for the second half here at Claines Lane. Half-time score in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Worcester City 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. Sky Blue and White will be kicking off the second half, kicking from right to left down the slope. Let's see if that advantage can see the Sphinx through to a share of the spoils. Checking the table at half-time, Sphinx's gap to the drop zone will be down to 7 points. We'll see if it will end up any better than that in the next 45 minutes. We are underway. No changes from what we can see to either lineup. Coventry Sphinx going for a long ball down the right side from Joe Percy. Immediately straight back to the Worcester number 1 in Daniel Moore. Reeves. Back with Moore. Daniel Moore down the heart of the Claines Lane field. Loaded up by Draper. Obieri judges the bounce and beats Patrick Zito. Looking for Taylor Townsend, but hooked clear by Shorrock. Cushion ball over by O'Carey to Jordan Hayward. Swiftly closed down by Townsend. That rivalry renewed. And tried to turn away from Townsend, but took the ball to Stoddart. Cleared as far as Zito. Stabbed onto Shorrock. Lofted down the left touch line. The sun starting to get in the eyes of the Coventry players as it starts to set below the horizon. And it's Worcester who cleared their lines. Obieri sent out off Obieri. Looked to me, no, in fact, the referee giving in favour of Worcester. It looked to me as if the Patrick Zito was closed down by the Worcester number 9, Sapu Obieri, and took a touch on the way through. Apparently not. Felix Miles, whose penalty separates the two sides at this stage. Looks for Stoddart. Beaten mid-air by Shark at the expense of a City throw. Throw to Townsend. Trying to muscle his way through. Fortune Mafosa says not today. Blowers tries to clear. Tripped on the way through by Jordan Lim. Snatching the ball is Adam Mace. Mafosa in with the challenge, but Lim continues out wide. Lockett. Swung in, it's not a good one. Obieri couldn't get the room to shoot. Jamie Draper with a swift clearance. And it had to be swift to stop Obieri from making it 2. Towards Obieri again from the boot of Shea Palmer. Sphinx deal with that one a little more calm than the last effort. Hayden Rees playing out the back for Worcester. It was cleared from Sphinx lines. Obieri giving chase to that pass down the left-hand side. He's got Jamie Draper for company. Obieri and Taylor Townsend couldn't get the clean contact he needed right in front of goal. Trying to move his body to get a clean hit at it. And a bright start for Worcester after the break, and they still have some fierce attacking talent on the bench in likes of Dylan Hart, Zach Gwynn and Prince Henry, Carl Belmont and Elliot Hartley making up the Worcester subs for Coventry Sphinx. Again, just the 4 outfield players with Duncan Van Den Top on the bench in case of Charlie Woods being unable to continue. Fasani, Smith, Nui and Locke all ready to go. Here is Obieri. Zito is out muscled. The ball is behind Lim, but he slipped it in now for Townsend. Cross cancelled the chest of Patrick Zito, and a corner will follow for Worcester. Anthony Nomads have raced out the blocks in their second half at Loughborough. They're now 2-0 up through Jacob Fenton. Will be Captain Fantastic, the number 3 for Worcester City, Alan Mace, to whip it in from the right side. Woods encased at the far post, are still able to get 2 good hands to it. To Percy on the fringes of the area. Lays it off for Jordan Hayward. Hayward up to Kyle Carey, cushioned beautifully for Joe Blowers. Blowers looking to return to his old Coventry United teammate. It's too close to Jordan Lim, who's able to hook it out on that far side, but one of the better counters that Coventry Sphinx have been able to muster so far. 5 gone already in the second half. Time readers fly when you're having fun. Still 1-0 Worcester, but Sphinx are starting to wake up. The throw towards Wakefield, easy dealt with by Mason, funded upfield towards Obieri. Headed back where it came from by Jamie Draper. Hayward looked for Wakefield with a header, but Charlie Wise does the necessaries onto the boot of Joe Percy. Neither side maintaining possession particularly well in this passage of play, and Obieri having to sort of shin pad out there after a little collision with Percy. Mace, Worcester stacking options in Sphinx's final third. It's now with Liam Lockett. Lockett taking on the Sphinx back line on his own. Now lays it off. Shea Palmer urged to shoot. Tried to play through for Lim. And Felix Miles fancied another crack at Charlie Woods. This time it just rose over the crossbar. And Woods' heroics weren't needed on this occasion. Charlie Woods between the sticks for Coventry Sphinx. He won't be picking up a clean sheet today, but he can certainly help his side to a positive result. As it stands, Sphinx still 1 down after that Felix Miles penalty midway through the first half. Midfield scrap ends with the ball at Joe Blower's feet. Carey shields well from Lockett. Down line with Percy. Percy sends it over the back line. Wakefield will give chase. And Wise just shepherds it back to Moore. Moore quickly rolls out, distributes to Hayden Reeves. Lim. Taylor Townsend. Hasseled and harried all the way by his opposite number 11 in Jordan Hayward. And a rather cynical lunge in from Jordan Hayward. Saw that Townsend was getting away from him, stuck a leg out and tripped him. And the first booking of the day will follow. And I don't think Jordan Hayward going to have any complaints. Owen Morton, the referee, just checking that Taylor Townsend's okay to continue without the need of medical assistance. Chris Corns, the Worcester manager, looks unfazed on the bench. And a yellow card handed to Jordan Hayward. He'll be walking a bit of a tightrope for the next 38 minutes. Well, only Stoddart and Lynn staying back for Worcester. Everyone else is in and around that penalty area. Carey staying up for Sphinx. It's Mace. Unchallenged header clear by Draper. Hayward onto Carey, and Carey's ball behind Jordan Hayward. Hayward does get there and plays it out off Adam Mace for the Sphinx throw. Probably the best that Hayward could have got. Quick throw taken upfield towards Wakefield to the chagrin of the Worcester faithful. Launches it across the penalty area. Wakefield, no one home for the sky blue and white, and it will harmlessly bounce over the far touchline for the Worcester throw. You can tell how busy Claines Lane is. You can barely hear Coventry Sphinx superfan Noah from the other side of the field. And it looks like Coventry Sphinx may well be preparing a substitution here. Harvey Smith is stripping off. And they could well be going 2 up top here. And Joe Blowers leaving the field. Surprise to see Blowers leaving so early, but Coventry Sphinx going with 2 up front. They want to make this downhill advantage last in this second half. So from the throw, Mace only finds Joe Percy, who hooks it onto the head of Lynn. Congested midfield. Kyle Carey tries to snatch it away, but Lynn won't let him through. Miles skip past one, but couldn't take the ball with him. It's cleared by Finley Shorrock. Wise heads on to Jordan Hayward. Fortune Mafosa stands strong against Stoddart. Switches the play, looking for Kyle Carey off the head of Mace, but the seconds will fall for the Sphinx top scorer. With his back to Mace, needs options in midfield and finds one with the captain, Callum Woodward. It's past the outstretched Liam Lockett and just out of reach for Joe Percy. The Coventry Sphinx will have the set piece to follow. Lockett stretching and seemingly just getting a toe to it. Sporting Castle have turned it around at home to Boldmere. They're now 2-1 up. Coventry Sphinx with a rare opportunity. Can they make it stick with Finley Sharrock on set-piece duty? It's short towards that near post. Wakefield tried to turn it home, but it deflects out with Liam Lockett. Carey seemingly caught in the face there. The referee says nothing doing. Patrick Zito in from the side, takes enough of the ball for Mr. Morton's liking. Wakefield's offside. He can't collect the clearance from Callum Woodward, but the Worcester clearance straight back to Joe Percy. Neither side particularly wants the ball at the moment. Here's Stoddart. Volleys into the centre circle. Mafosa snatches it from under the nose of his opposite number 4. Can do nothing with it. Collected by the captain, Mace. Now Lockett out wide. Liam Lockett. Closed down by Joe Percy. Jordan Lynn. There's options out wide. One of them is Stoddart. Good challenge in by Jordan Hayward. Brings it back into Sphinx possession. Smith looking for Jordan Hayward, but again it was behind the heels of the Sphinx winger. Stoddart urged to maintain possession. And well, that was an ambitious ball for Stoddart, shall we say. Out for a throw-in right in the corner. Taylor Townsend asking just a bit too much from the right wing back. And there is a crucial goal at Butlin Road. Grantham have taken the lead at Rugby. Of course, Coventry Sphinx take on Grantham on Tuesday night, but that could be a lifeline, not just for Grantham, but for Coventry Sphinx too. Rugby back to the 8-point gap that Sphinx had over them before kick-off. Lewis Darlington with the strike. Ironically, it was Darlington who scored both goals against Coventry Sphinx in their home fixture over the sky blue and white. And again, it will be Sphinx versus Grantham at Sphinx Drive on Tuesday night. So that is actually falling in favour of Coventry Sphinx. Grantham seriously need to start picking up some points at this late stage of the season. They're starting to be cast adrift at the wrong end of the table. Mafosa. Callum Woodward. It's crossed the ball, only collected by Mace. Sent over the back line. Coventry Sphinx is number 1. Charlie Woods will see it bounce harmlessly back into his hands. Despite what you may have heard from the home fans, I think Charlie had that one signed, sealed and delivered. And Fortune Mafosa with a Superman punch there, trying to keep it away from the head of the Worcester man, and a little shove from the Sphinx debutants on, I think, is it Jordan Lim, I think it is. Oh, Shea Palmer it is, number 4, Shea Palmer. Thank you to my analysis next to me. Checks in the post. Floated in and nodded straight out by Finley Sharrock for a throw-in, just shy of that far touchline. And Coventry Sphinx will have another throw to defend. Miles looking for a route through. Handful of shirt from Jordan Hayward, likewise from Miles, punted straight out. Not what Jordan Lim was hoping for, I'm sure. As it drifts out for a throw-in on the left touchline for Coventry Sphinx. Reminder, Sphinx have already made their first change of the afternoon with striker Harvey Smith on for Joe Blowers, joining Harry Wakefield in what we believe to be a front 2. Not something we've seen that much of this season, and a poor touch from Harvey Smith from the throw. Going towards the hour mark at Claines Lane. Worcester still looking good for their advantage. Throw from Stoddart, gets it straight back from Miles. Headed on by Reeves. Liam Lockett. Slips it through, and a crucial slide by Percy to keep it away. Get it back again. Palmer. He was done a lot. Had an opportunity to shoot earlier. Still going Worcester City. They want this. They want this. They've got it. Thunderous strike. Liam Lockett pours one out of his pocket and sticks it straight into the top corner. Worcester City surely making sure of the 3 points with a stunning second. No keeper in the world keeping that one out. Sphinx have stood firm against their playoff chasing hosts this afternoon, but it hasn't been enough. At least so they can say it wasn't a case of Sphinx letting themselves down, it's just been a case of the opposition being too good. Worcester City 2, Coventry Sphinx 0. Liam Lockett, take a bow. And with 29 minutes to go, Worcester looking to keep their playoff charge on the right track, and they are doing so. And handball there against Harvey Smith as he made his way onto the edge of the penalty area. Dan Moore will take the free kick on the edge of the area. Sphinx still with a couple of attacking options, mainly Rowan Nui, who could come off the bench. It's Moore. Abieri beaten mid-air by Patrick Zito onto the chest of Harvey Smith. Dispossessed in the midfield, and well, look for the through ball. Easily cut out by Finney Shark on the slide. Woodward. Headed straight back to where it came from by Reeves. Palmer up for it, got enough on it to find Lockett. Lynn receives from Mace. And Worcester don't need to overstretch themselves here. They've got a 2-0 lead. Long ball headed on by Finney Shark, only as far as Charlie Wise. Return to sender. Now the sun is causing problems for Coventry Sphinx. Right onto the chest of Zito. Bumped upfield again by Logan Stoddart. Headed clearance by Draper. Just skims off the head of Jordan Lim. Here's Harvey Smith. Stumbles, but somehow able to maintain possession and find Kyle Carey on the deck. Carey in from the right. Good lunge in by the number 6, Hayden Reeves, at the expense of a Coventry Sphinx throw level with the box. Idris Hosseini and Rowan Nui have been going for a warm-up. More Sphinx changes could be afoot. Alex Locke also amongst the subs. Hoofed in from the right, it's over Smith. Unchallenged header away. And fired into the Sphinx back line where Patrick Zito should mop it up, and does. Charlie Woods with the clearance. Shorrock has got Haywood for company. Waver wants it played through. The avenue wasn't open. Hayward skipped over the slide of Stoddart, couldn't take the ball with him. Now the ball momentarily caught between the legs of Coventry Sphinx's left back, but fired clear by Jordan Lim. All good bounce on to the edge of the penalty area, but Patrick Zito dealt with it, with Sopu Wabieri trying to stay onside. He couldn't stay the right side of the offside trap. Flag raised, and Coventry Sphinx with another chance to thump up field and get themselves something to hang on to. Howard with a little shove in the back of Stoddart. Did nothing though. Stoddart, he was able to head to a teammate. Townsend. Charlie Wise scuffs that one into the crowd. Well, frankly, just short of the crowd, thanks to the barriers. .63 minutes gone at the CBS Arena. It looks like 10 wins out of 12 for Frank Lampard and Coventry City. Just reminiscing about that dreadful day back in 2016, I believe it was, where Worcester beat Coventry. Dreadful for me, anyway. Draper over the back line and going on the edge of the area by Dan Moore. Well, Worcester's victory over Coventry 10 years ago, not the only FA Cup story that you'll hear from Worcester fans, certainly from some of the older generation. Worcester beating Liverpool to reach the 4th round of the FA Cup in 1958. Imagine that, Worcester beating the champions-elect of the Premier League. A bit more history for you. The 4th round tie against Sheffield United ended up being the highest attended game ever at Worcester City's old home. St George's Lane packed with 17,000 fans that day back in 1958 as they exited at the hands of Sheffield United. And the kick from Wood straight out. Harvey Smith not having the best of substitute appearances so far, but still plenty of time to get back into it. From the throw, it's Mace. Albieri giving chase, but it should be bread and butter stuff for Patrick Zito. Indeed it is. Swung clear by the former Quorn shot stopper, Charlie Woods. Smith is up for it. Mace gets the seconds and thumps it across the Sphinx technical area, and that will be a throw-in to the away side. With 24 minutes to go, Idris Hussaini looks like he's getting ready to come on for a bit more midfield stability. Draper headed across his back line by Reeves. Job finished by Lim. And Fortune Mafosa a little too handsy there. The arm towards the facial region of Felix Miles. Mafosa wanted to make an impact on his return to Worcester. That's not the sort of impact he wanted to make, I'm sure. At the halfway point of the second half, Coventry Sphinx are going to make an alteration here. Idris Hussaini is ready to make his mark at Claines Lane. Worcester fans, watch out, because 3 of Hussaini's 4 Coventry Sphinx goals have come in added time. So don't leave this one early. Well, the change is going to be delayed slightly. It has to guess it's going to be midfielder for midfielder. Maybe Callum Woodward hauled off. The sky's turning a little darker at Claines Lane. We could expect some rain. It's not exactly been raining goals so far, but Sphinx will hope that a third doesn't fly in and end any dreams of a share of the spoils. Not straight out for a throw right in the corner. And Worcester looking for that third goal to surely clinch it. Miles finds his way out of a Coventry Sphinx sandwich there between Mafosa and Hayward. It will be a throw-in, and well, if you want tonight's lottery numbers, just ask me, because I was right. Callum Woodward is going off for Idris Hussaini. So straight swap in midfield, Hussaini on for the skipper, Callum Woodward, and a proud moment for Joe Percy taking on the armband for Coventry Sphinx. Vice-captains Lewis Guest and Jack Downs both injured. So it will be last season's Player of the Year taking on the captaincy for the remainder of this afternoon's fixture. Sphinx able to deal with the throw, cleared by Hussaini to Harvey Smith, couldn't bring it to feet. Reeves chips it right, Wise on the volley. Cushion header by Zito to Hussaini. He's having to battle to keep it at bay from Taylor Townsend, and drags Townsend down as the number 11 got the better of him. Townsend getting the wrong side of Hussaini, and the midfielder having little choice but to take him down. And Alex Locke will be the next substitute to make his way onto the pitch. That will likely be an attacking change. Just shy of 20 minutes to go at Claines Lane. The pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. The form book is being adhered to so far. Worcester City 2, Coventry Sphinx 0. Worcester lined up for the free kick. It's short by Miles. Here's Mace. Miles. And the cross in and cushioned into the ground and caught by Charlie Woods. It's for Harvey Smith off the head of Reeves. Carey battling with Shea Palmer. Sphinx able to bring it back. Vasani straight onto the head of Adam Mace. Ducks past Sphinx's top scorer, Kyle Carey. The ball was behind Townsend, but he's got on the end of it. Miles, Stoddart out wide, and here is Stoddart. Plays it straight through for Taylor Townsend. Townsend able to keep the move going. Down line with Stoddart, just short and tapped out by Jordan Hayward. Well, Locke's not going to make an immediate trip onto the pitch. He's stripped off, put his coat back on. But you would assume that Locke will be coming onto the field shortly. Throw to Obieri, headed away by Patrick Zito. Wakefield knocks it on, only as far as Jordan Lim. On the right side of the area, Obieri trying to beat Finley Shark to the punch, but Shark able to shepherd the ball away from the Worcester number 9. Clearance headed back right came from by Wise, and that's surely handball by Vasani, but it was helped on its way with a couple of hands in the back from Felix Miles. Well, it looks like a double change now for Coventry Sphinx. Rowan Nui also set to make his introduction. Patrick Zito with the free kick over towards Harvey Smith. It's over Smith's head, but the striker has got on the end of it. To pull it behind for Joe Percy, but cut out by the Worcester man. Obieri the target with this bobbling long ball. Draper seems to have taken a bit of a blow there on the toe. Until you have to try and shake it off. The Sphinx are going to make some attacking changes here. So Mace with the throw. Sphinx will wait for the next passage of play to elapse before they make their double change. Fosa thumps up towards Smith. High one from Kyle Carey. Bounces behind Wakefield. Wakefield cushion ahead of Harvey Smith. And Smith trying to cushion the ball. Ended up bringing the studs down on Hayden Reeves. Immediately flagged by the linesman on the far side. And Smith called over by Owen Morton, the official in charge of this afternoon's game. And there have been a few more goals in the Premier League to say about as soon as we've dealt with this one. It is going to be a yellow card for Harvey Smith. West Ham have taken a late lead at Everton. They lead by 1-0. Ipswich's day at home to Nottingham Forest hasn't got any better. It's still Ipswich 0, Nottingham Forest 3. Brighton equalised shortly after half-time at Man City. It's 2-2 between Man City and Brighton at the Etihad. And Wolves now 2 up at Southampton, a second goal from Larson. And Coventry City still maintaining their 2-0 advantage. So 3-0 now, and it's a hat-trick from Haji Wright. The third goal has just gone in. Coventry City 3, Sunderland 0. Haji Wright is firmly back in the fold. And here at Claines Lane, Coventry Sphinx have a free kick there. There's a little too handsy on Jordan Hayward. Hands in the back from Taylor Townsend. Townsend not assisting Coventry Sphinx and taking a quick free kick. And Fortune Mafosa's first start in 18 months comes to an end. He's withdrawn in favour of Alex Locke. And Jordan Hayward also hauled off in favour of 18-year-old Rowan Nui. Brought in just to really observe the squad at the start of the season, has now become an integral part of the Sphinx setup. Hayward doesn't seem too pleased with his afternoon's work. It's certainly been an improvement from Coventry Sphinx this afternoon. The last 3 home games were bitterly disappointing for the Sky Blue and Whites, but at least today, Sphinx can say they've been beaten by the better team rather than beaten by themselves. Carey driving in down the right-hand side, pulls it into the area, cleared by Reeves. Knew he was lurking menacingly. Locke playing in anchoring midfield role. It has been used up front this season, but they are going to stick him in the centre. Percy, side off Mace, takes it out off Joe Percy. Goal kick, couldn't have got that any better. The Worcester captain. 15 to go at Claines Lane, and there is change of foot for the home side. Sphinx have used all 4 of their outfield alterations. They have 1 left in Duncan Vandentop, but I don't think that Sphinx are going to do a Stuart Pearce and stick him up front like Pearce did with David James back in 2006. Got to get head straight out by Joe Percy. So at least 2 Worcester changes will be coming up, but they'll take the throw before that. Halfway line throwing taken by Mace, gets it straight back from Miles. Albieri gives chase down the left-hand side, but that ball isn't coming back for a while, thanks to the boot of Jamie Draper. Just shy of the penalty area, Worcester in cruise control. Mace. Draper able to stab it away. Sent high into the sky by Locke. Smith is up for it. Shark nodded away from the waiting Felix Miles, but a swing and a miss by Smith. And Miles, cheeky pirouette away from Vasani, but he out-tricked himself there. Vasani getting away momentarily, but Worcester all over Coventry Sphinx. They cannot get out of their own backyard. And Felix Miles, for me, has been by far and away, or should that be Miles, the man of the match. Townsend had his arm held by Finney Shark. Plays it to Jordan Lim. Flooded towards the penalty area. Townsend not for it. Left Shark on the deck, but Patrick Zito at the back doing well. And Harvey Smith trying to wrestle the ball away from Shea Palmer. Free kick given in favour of the Blues. And here come the alterations. 3 alterations for Worcester City. Jordan Lynn has made more appearances than anyone for Worcester City this season. Is replaced by the Blues' top scorer, Kyle Belmont, looking to add to his 12 strikes this season. Sopu Obieri also replaced by Dylan Hart. And the final change, we'll see Taylor Townsend make way for Zach Gwynnon. So Lynn, Obieri and Townsend off, Belmont, Hart and Gwynnon on. Well, Carl Belmont's just given away the playbook. The Worcester top scorer looking to make it an unlucky 13 for the season. It's certainly, well, I certainly think it's out of shooting range, but you try telling him that. Belmont floated in. Out comes Charlie Woods. Safe gather from the former corner number 1. And blasted down the centre of the park. Took a touch on the way through from Shea Palmer. Took it to Wise. Locked to Fasani. Sends it high into the setting sky. Smith trying to battle his way through. He has battled his way through. Takes it too close to Daniel Moore. Kept 3 Worcester players at bay. And of course, he has to be careful because he is on a yellow card after bringing his suds down on Hayden Reeves. 11 to go at Claines Lane. Worcester on the way to a standard victory, really. So it's a game that they would have expected to win. A game that Sphinx really wouldn't have expected to get anything from. The Sky Blue and Whites have put in an improved performance from the ones that we saw at Sphinx Drive over the last couple of weeks. Flicked over the back line by Shea Palmer, but a little too close to the keeper. Dylan Hart making a run towards Charlie Wood, but nothing that the Sphinx number 1 couldn't handle. Wood's clearance. Wakefield is coming all the way, jumps a little too early. It's away by the head of Mace. And Harvey Smith is struggling here. I think Sphinx are going to have to ask for the game to be stopped. It's not a head injury, so Worcester don't have to stop play, but Stoddart showing mercy on the Sphinx number 14. And Harvey Smith is going to need some help from KC, the Sphinx physio. They do have a fifth substitute that they can use. Now, I was saying earlier that I don't think Sphinx are going to do a Stuart Pearce and put a goalkeeper up front. They may have no choice now. Let's have a look through the latest scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands, and there has been a sizable goal in the relegation battle. Darlaston have taken the lead at home to Bedworth. So Coleshill 2, AFC Russia and Diamonds 0, Darlaston 1, Bedworth 0, Hinckley 0, Quorn 1. Quorn taking another step closer to that historic title. Loughborough 0, Anstey 3. Lye continue to cling on to that massive 1-0 scoreline at home to Shepshed Dynamo. Racing Club Warwick 0, Corby Town, Racing Club Warwick 1, Corby Town 1 I should say. Rugby 0, Grantham 1, and that could be a massive result for Grantham and for Rugby. Rugby lucky that Sphinx and Bedworth are both losing. Sporting Caster 2, Boldmere 1 and Sutton Coldfield 0, Longeaton 2 as we enter the last 10 minutes in the vast majority of games, and the ball thrown straight back to the goalkeeper Dan Moore from Finley Shark. Display of sportsmanship. And if you've missed the scorelines from the CBS, Coventry City still 3-0 up against Sunderland. Miles capitalises on Sphinx's defending. Tries the effort, but deflected behind, I think, of Jamie Draper. And that will be a Worcester corner to come in from the left-hand side. Well, Harvey Smith has been able to continue after the treatment received from the Sphinx physio. Felix Miles from the left-hand side. He's at the heart of everything this afternoon. Will he be at the centre of another goal? Nodded down by Wise. And Gwynn trying to prise it away from the grip of Charlie Woods. Woods hanging on for dear life. Down the centre of the park from the Sphinx number 1, Smith. His header collected at the back by Mace. Here's Belmont. With a head of heart and cushion header out by Finley Shorrock. So Zach Gwynn will leave the ball for Stoddart. Stoddart's throw, and Zito stealing a march on Dylan Hart. Can't get Sphinx into relative safety, however. It's back with Nace on the centre circle. Stoddart. Felix Miles, he's got Gwynn with him. Miles going alone. Connects with the back of Alex Locke and out for the corner. Stoddart trying to keep it alive, but no real point for Worcester. And Corby have just taken the lead at Racing Club Warwick. They're now 2-1 up at the Racers. Trip to Townsend Meadow, one of the final fixtures Coventry Sphinx have to look forward to this season. It's Mace. Not a clear of the near post by Finley Shorrock. Vasani couldn't get onto the second. It's Miles. Felix Miles stings the gloves of Charlie Woods. And that one with Mace again, cuts away from Shorrock. Digs it through for Miles again, and Miles has snatched it. It's Felix Miles, tight angle across the face of goal, stopped by Draper. And out again, plucked out the bottom corner. Charlie Woods, quick figure to deny the captain Mace from a third Worcester strike. Well, looking at the table for the Northern Premier League Midlands, the top 8 all victorious. And everyone from 10th downwards losing, except for Lye and Grantham, who were the bottom 2. Well, as it stands, Rugby would maintain an 8-point gap to Sphinx. Can they get one back with Nui? Won't make it over the line. One-on-one, Rowan Nui, the teenager, trying to get Sphinx within a goal of a point. But Daniel Moore getting enough on the ball to slow it down. The defender on the line ensures it won't cross. Corner to Sphinx, but it could have been more. Worcester keeping 3 up, not overly concerned about this set-piece routine for the Sphinx. Shorrock. And Moore puts it straight onto the roof of the net. It will be a corner on the right side now for the Sky Blue and Whites. And Worcester again keeping 3 up. Shorrock sizing it up. If Sphinx can get one here, they can make it a nervy finish. Just bounces across. Draper was waiting at the far post. Well, as it stands, the bottom of the table in the pitching in Northern Premier League looks like this. Grantham on 19, Lygue on 26, Rugby on 26, Bedworth on 27, Sphinx on 34 and Shepshed on 37. So it remains 8 points between Sphinx and Rugby, and now Lygue, who are now level on points with Rugby Town, and they played 2 games less than the Valley. Sphinx have played 33, Bedworth 33, Rugby 34, Lygue 32 and Grantham 32. And of course on Tuesday, a huge match between Coventry Sphinx and Grantham Town. £10 for adults, £7 for concessions and £3 for under 15s. Be there if you can and see the boys home. A victory at Sphinx side would surely end any lingering relegation worries. And of course the Sphinx still have to go to Lygue before the end of the season too, so still very much in their own hands. Belmont. Wise back to Belmont again. Harvey Smith thought about sliding in, but again he's on a yellow card. Just nicks it away from Belmont though, and Wakefield looks to have played across for Rowan Nui, but lofted clear by Reeves. Patrick Zito. Did I go over the line there? Looked like it was cushioned out by Belmont. Referee says no. This ball hooked back by Jamie Draper, back to Belmont. Quinnen. Hart the target, but Digital Hosseini beaten into the punch, trying to find his way out of danger, but it's snatched away by Zach Quinnen again. Lackadaisical pass collected by Alex Locke. Locke drives on. Smith in front of him. Here is Harvey Smith. Suddart blocks his path. Down line with Finley Shorrock. Pulls it away from Quinnen. Looking to dink it into the area. Doesn't beat Wise. And Patrick Zito shepherding it into touch beautifully. Great strength on show against Dylan Hart. Throw in from Shorrock along the right touchline. Now Stoddart probably could have left that. It was going nowhere. Quick look, it was going straight out for the goal kick, but Stoddart had to be certain. Thank you. Worcester fans starting to make their way home. They've seen their side in control of the match since really the 22nd minute when they scored that Felix Miles penalty. Carries cross, Smith trying to get his bonds on that, but it's headed out. And Alex Locke with the clearest cut free kick you're going to see today. Hands in the back on Felix Miles. It's the last minute of normal time. Worcester City 2, Coventry Sphinx 0. We'll be speaking to a member of the Coventry Sphinx management team at full time, so get your questions in on the YouTube comment section. It's Moore, and straight out for the throw-in. Throw from the stand-in skipper, Joe Percy. Headed back where it came from by Mace. Vasani decides against getting involved. It bounces to Patrick Zito, and 3 minutes of added time have been confirmed. So I've got it back in their own backyard. Mace launches it up towards Hart. Draper's cushion header to Patrick Zito. Off balance Zito looking for Wakefield. Nodded by Studdart to Gwynn. So that Gwynn deflected off Finley Shark for a throw-in. Knocking on the Sphinx door again. A third goal would certainly improve Worcester's goal difference. It could all come down to the goals scored and conceded at the end of the season when it comes to the playoff places. And there has been disaster for Lye in the last couple of minutes. Last time we told you Lye were 1 up against Shepshed. Shepshed have just turned it around. It's Lye 1, Shepshed Dynamo 2. Lye have capitulated at the Lye Sports Ground. And that is a hammer blow to their relegation dogfight against Rugby. Sphinx clearing along the left touchline. Harvey Smith being held by the arm. Charlie Wise, he looked on in bemusement. I don't think he can have too many complaints with that one. Oh, the Worcester management starting to clear up the Wolves and the Bossels, thinking that the job is done. Vasani asked a bit too much of Finley Shark. It trickles over the line for a goal kick. Looking to meet the run of the left back. One of the highlights of this afternoon's game will be on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon. So make sure to subscribe, youtube.com/@Coventry Sphinx, place to find all of your Coventry Sphinx footage this season. More given the hurry up as we enter the last minute of added time. Zito putting his head in a dangerous position, able to get it away from Felix Miles. And Zito, little lunge in. Alex Locke onto the loose ball from the back, snatched it away from Palmer, but Palmer first to the seconds. Sphinx have just not been able to maintain possession this afternoon. And Shark saying, "Where's the ball?" Oh, kind-hearted fan. Helping Shark out, saying there's no rush. Shark. Wakefield, glancing kettle on to Harvey Smith. Blast it against the Worcester man. Clearance by Wise. Awkward bounce for Alex Locke. Belmont. Off the head of Shark. As far as Joe Percy. Nui. Challenged in by Mace. But there won't be time to take the throw-in. Worcester City with a bread and butter victory at Claines Lane, taking another step closer to their playoff campaign as they hope to start life at their new home at Six Ways in step 3. Best of luck to Worcester as they continue on that journey. But for Coventry Sphinx, results have gone their way, like capitulating in the last couple of minutes. Rugby beaten at home to Grantham. And the Gingerbreads await on Tuesday night at Sphinx Drive, a match that Coventry Sphinx dare not lose, and a match that could end any lingering doubts of relegation. But for today, they were simply beaten by the better team. Worcester City 2, Coventry Sphinx 0.